What is it? What's a what? Oh, purity. I was like, what the hell are you saying? That's how it is.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
We need another. I'm sleepy. I should probably just sleep, bro.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Huh? No, you can't.
You can't be that old.
Astral projection makes me feel old.
The battle starts in 5.
I wasn't looking.
3, 2.
So tired. What'd you say?
Our enemies are near.
I'm what? Oh, really? Yeah, I think it is right next to me, actually. Because it's my headphones. No, switch off, Joe. Storm switched. Oh my god, is that Hawkeye? What the hell? Why are you all the way back there? I insulted. Oh, I'm dead, dude.
Just keep going.
Lights out. Let's pop back up under their noses. Hey, team! Enjoy the amplifier!
Fast! Grace us with victory!
Enemies help.
My time to shine.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Second flush.
Dude, Aslan, can you heal me? Where are you? Bro! Oh, I was about to say.
Behold the God of Thunder! At your service, my friend.
Glad to help.
Ow! That fucking hurt!
Get in my bubble.
My time to shine. Us against the world. Spider split. Us against the world. My time to shine.
Literally. No more dead. Dude, they have 2 dives, man. Yeah, but they keep freaking killing us. You just died to this fighting, you said he's buns.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Oh my god.
I unleash the Ashanti's power.
Our team is like so bad. I don't understand what's going on right now.
My time to shine.
I'm dead, bro. He keeps on killing me. No one's protecting the back line at all.
There. Don't turn back now.
Oh my god. Dude, I'm getting out of here, bro.
Only 60 seconds left. Get that vehicle moving again.
I can't do nothing, bro.
My minion.
I'm
Got you. My time to shine.
I am strengthened for battle.
Down to 30 seconds.
Back from the brink, baby.
Get that vehicle moving again. Why would I use you?
Us against the world.
The final 10 seconds. Go fast. You'll have to
And no one's killing magic either.
us against the world. Let's get into some good trouble. The current
Although, just don't play healer, play DPS, because these our DPS are trash.
time to
Or play
switch things
tank.
up, including which side you're on.
Because our DPS are actually
We are cloak and
so
dagger.
bad.
We are hope and fear. The right heroes could make all the difference. Round 2. We had others. We had each other. That bond is unbreakable. We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
I think this is my last game.
I hate to admit it, but science alone might not get us through this one.
Things must be dire if you're willing to factor magic.
I'm willing to explore any advantages we have available, Stephen.
It's a good thing I happen to have a few of myself.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
This may be one problem I can't solve through brain power alone.
See that them. Right there.
I feel like myself.
I don't fear pain. My turn.
Her magic is so weak, dude.
I was worried.
Without Spider-Man,
Nice deep freeze.
Feeling fantastic.
Lights out. Get in here, y'all.
much better.
I like the cold. Let's help.
I am strengthened for battle.
Us against the world. Us against the world.
We are undefeatable!
What a relief.
Lights out.
Behold the god of thunder!
Need assistance.
That's too many to fight.
My time to shine.
Finally!
Where is everyone?
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man! Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Double KO.
This is so retarded.
Stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Don't go healers for DPS.
Who needs shoot?
Bro, what are you doing? We need DPS.
Tandy needs help.
There's a purple.
A nice deep freeze. My time to shine. I'm made of glass. I'll get you next time. Get ready. Here come the bad guys. My time to shine. Hold still. I'm trying to help. It's the grand finale.
Lights out. Get in here, y'all.
The world you called out of child.
Just embrace the light.
Here's the honor.
We got a shield, Tandy.
Stop them in their tracks.
Behold the god of thunder!
We are undefeatable.
Armed and don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
I'm dead.
You get a web and you get a web
My minion. You brought ice.
The magic is carrying so hard.
Comes back. Snowball fight.
We're We're not making it.
Final score, 1-2-2. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Okay, let's just study. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Zakat is to purify, to grow and increase. It's shari'i, so it's intentional. It's unconditional transfer of ownership of a portion of wealth from one individual to another deserving recipient for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make sure you remember that. There's going to be 20 multiple choice and 4 short answer questions. Because I was just hanging out with Fayaz earlier. So, the main thing is that it has to be intentional, and it's transfer of ownership. And it's individual. Those are the main things to remember. So we have to remember that. Intentional. Yeah, and it has to be a deserving recipient. Yeah. Okay, so it must be specified. What's it called? It's 2.5% of net zakatable assets. Okay, it's probably. I think one question is gonna be, what are the categories? Do you remember the categories? The categories of people that are deserving of zakat. So think of the ayah, right? للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغارمين وفي سبيل الله وابن السبيل. That ayah, that's the way you remember it, right? So fuqara is what? You know what fuqara is? Fuqara is like needy people, like basically poor people. Masakin is like kind of like the same thing from my understanding as well. Hold on, let me see where's the chart for that? I don't know where the chart is. We probably have to remember why zakat an obligation. Okay, I have it right here. Do you remember why zakat is an obligation? Let's see if you remember. Give me one reason. Okay, but yeah. So okay, I mean that's right, but like it's not the wording that we used in class. It's a right of the needy, right? It's a right on them that we give zakat. And then the other thing is that to not be attached to your money. What is that doing to your soul? Purifying for the soul and the money. Like your actual wealth is being purified when you're giving zakat. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, there's 3 more reasons. Do you remember any of them? Okay, so we mentioned right of the needy, purification for the soul and the wealth. Okay, now think about what's the most obvious reason. Why is zakat an obligation? Huh? Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's reason number 3. Okay, now we have 2 more reasons. What's the other reason that zakat is an obligation? What does it promote? It promotes the circulation of? Yeah, exactly. So that's another one. The last one, this one's kind of, okay, just take a guess and then I'll tell you. It bridges the gap between no, it bridges the gap between the like the rich people and the needy people. Okay, so there are 5 reasons why zakat is an obligation. Number 1, obviously, it's what do we say? It's the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 2, what does zakat mean when it makes an obligation? It's what? No, like what's the word that we mentioned that like it comes from the meaning of the actual word zakat? Yeah, like it's purification. Yeah, purifying for the soul and the wealth. Number 3 is promotes what? Okay, and number 4, it's a right of. I said number 4 is the right of the what? Yeah, right of the needy. And then number 5, it bridges what? Bridges what? Yeah, good. Okay. Who is zakat obligated upon? Alright, perfect. I think this is going to be another question that we need to know. Who is zakat obligated upon? Okay, Muslim. That's number 1. Okay, what's another one? There's 5 people, like 5. Okay, perfect. Yeah, possessor of nisab for how long? Yeah, for an entire year. Okay, so that's 2. 3 more. 3 more people zakat is obligated upon. 3 more groups of people. What else can you think of? You said Muslim and possessor of nisab for an entire year. Okay, think about what makes someone obligated to pay zakat. Okay, that's perfect. Oh yeah, I mean, that's the same thing as sane. So you have Muslim, sane, possessor of nisab for an entire year. We got two more groups that's obligated upon. Okay, I'll give you one of them. It's genders. So what is it? Obligated upon? Yeah, men and women. Okay, and the last one. This is really easy. Like, think about what makes someone obligated to pay zakat? Like, what makes someone obligated to do any worship? What's the point where they become obligated? Okay. What? Okay, well, yes, but I'm saying like this applies to like all acts of worship. Like once you get to this point, you have to do it. You have to do. Yeah, when you're physically mature. Okay, good. Yeah, so zakat's obligated upon Muslim. It's obligated upon men and women. It's obligated upon the sane person. It's obligated upon a physically mature person, and it's obligated upon the possessor of nisab for an entire year. Okay, good. That's probably going to be a question, so that's good. Okay, now, okay, let's do this. Explain zakatable assets to me. What are they? No. Like, explain the definition to me. What is, like, how do you know something is a zakatable asset? Like, think about the purpose. What's the purpose of the thing, of the asset that you have in order for it to be zakatable? Uh-huh. So, basically it's acquired with primary purpose to re-exchange or spend, seeking a return. So it's kind of the opposite of what you said. So that's one thing. There's another, like, so there's that, or it's also, what else? It's basically kind of what you said, actually. So, not necessarily using, but like keeping in what? Like, what's the purpose of keeping it, though? That's I think that's the key thing to remember. So basically, the principles for assessing assets is that number one, it's acquired with the primary purpose to re-exchange or spend, seeking a return, or it's what's it called? Naturally in units or size and kept for purpose of growth. So like stocks. Yeah, exactly. So stocks, and then like basically stocks, and the other thing is basically anything you're selling. Okay, so now there's a list of zakatable assets that we went over. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what are the 7? Is it gold and jewelry? Yeah, gold and silver specifically, right? But also obviously jewelry and stuff like that is also like, but the jewelry it's specifically the gold and silver parts of the jewelry, right? It's not platinum and stuff like that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so gold and silver, we got that. What's next? We got 6 more. Okay, stocks. All right, cool. 5 more. What else? Perfect. Cash. Good. 4 more. Yes. Cash means anything in hand, anything in your wallet, anything in your bank, anything that you deposit. That's all cash. Well, that's like stocks. There's 4 more things left. That's not one of the like the main things. That kind of goes with your what's it called? That's only like a zakatable asset if it's an extra car. Remember? Because that's a need. So far you said cash, gold and silver, and stocks. Think about what else. Okay, yeah. That's not something we don't have to worry about, right? Okay, that's good. That's 4. We got 3 more. There's another one we don't have to worry about. Let's try to get that one out of the way. Yeah, good. Crops, exactly. Okay, good. Now we got 2 more. Now these are things that are applicable to us. One of them we kind of talked about already. Go ahead. Stocks. Oh, we already said stocks. All right, think about it. If you own a business, yeah, exactly. Business inventory. Yeah, exactly. So what is business inventory? Yes, exactly. Items bought with intention of resale. Perfect. Okay. Now last one. What's the very last one? It's something you like. It's like people don't really know that you're supposed to pay zakat on this, but you're supposed to pay zakat on it. People think you're not supposed to pay. People don't know you're not supposed to pay. People don't know that you're supposed to pay zakat on this because they don't see it as their own wealth anymore. Think about it. Look, so far we got cash, gold and silver, stocks, business inventory, livestock, and crops. What are we missing? There's one thing that we're missing that's like it's pretty important. And it involves other people. If you give money to someone, yes, exactly. So debts or loans, right? So do you remember the word for that we used? Receivables. Alright, so let's go through it again. We got cash, we got gold and silver. Give me another one. Business. Perfect. We got stocks. Okay, good. Give me another one. Okay, good. Give me another one. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, exactly. Last one. Receivables, exactly. And what are receivables? And what else? What'd you say? No, I'm saying, like, what else is receivable? Receivables, loans, and what else? Loans or, yeah. But I'm saying loans or what else? There's one more thing. Debts. Exactly. Well, not necessarily you don't write it down, but it's not part of your zakat. Yeah, I mean, you still write it down, obviously, just so you keep track of it, but... Okay, so, let's go one more time, just so we remember. We got cash, gold and silver, stocks, business inventory, receivables, crops, good, and livestock. Okay, good. All right, what about non-zakatable assets? There's 9 of them. Okay, yeah, perfect. What do you mean? You have to explain that more. Like, are you saying, like, are you living in the house or are you renting it out? Like, okay, so yeah, residential homes, that's non-zakatable. Okay, what else? Yeah, exactly. Perfect. But what if you're reselling it? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, so that goes with what's it called? It's called electronic and home appliances. But there's another house thing that we're missing. There's like 2 more house things really. Yeah, okay, clothes. That's one. Yeah, but that's not what I was talking about. But yeah, that's one. What do you mean? Okay, what are you doing with the second home though? Yeah, it's extra, right? But like what? Like renting it out, right? Rental properties, right? That's non-zakatable. Okay, cool. We got 3 more left. So we got residential homes, we got rental properties, vehicles, electronic home appliances, clothing. Oh, we have 4 more left actually. There's one more thing that's in the house. Like it's like literally it's in all houses, and it's non-zakatable. Think about it. Like every house has this stuff in it. Furniture, exactly. Okay, and now we got 3 more left. Everything in the house is done. Now what else? No. Okay, think about one of the zakatable assets was gold and silver. So what about non-zakatable? What? Zakatable is gold and silver. So what is non-zakatable then? Exactly. Non-gold and silver jewelry. Exactly. So that's not zakatable. Okay, now we got 2 more left. Okay, so I'll give you a hint. Receivables is a zakatable asset, right? Receivables is debts or loans. So related to receivables, what's non-zakatable? We talked about this. Like we just talked about it. But what kind of debt though? No, like, because the debt that we give to people, right? Like that people owe us, that is what's it called? That's zakatable, right? But what about, like, it's not always zakatable though. No. So the non-zakatable debt is what we talked about earlier. Is debt that is not recognized. Yeah, we literally talked about it like a few minutes ago. Debt that is not recognized. So any debt that what's it called? That people don't know, basically. Or people don't admit that they owe it, that kind of thing. Okay? So we give money to someone, we give $10, and that person says, no, you don't. I don't owe you $10. Then okay, well, I'm not gonna pay zakat on that. Okay, cool. Now last one. This one's kind of a little bit tricky, but you just have to think about it. So obviously, if you lose money, that's not zakatable, right? Let's say that something, what's it called? You had money in your drawer, and you lost it. Is that zakatable? Yeah, exactly. So lost wealth. That's the last category. Got it? Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to. Okay, so we went over zakatable assets and non-zakatable assets. That's good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now let's define nisab. What is nisab? Okay. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, that's right. Like you're right, but the pure definition is the threshold that serves as a distinction between financially stable Muslims from financially unstable Muslims. Okay, that's good. Now there's two types of nisab. What are the two types? Okay, so one of them is the one that we just talked about. What did we just say? We said the threshold that what? Oh no. Those are the two standards. But I'm asking, there's two types of nisab. What are the two types of nisab? Like, okay, think about it like this. When I'm asking two types of nisab, they're basically like, when you're talking about nisab, there's a threshold which mandates that you have to pay zakat, right? That's what we just talked about, right? But there's also a threshold which prevents someone from doing what with zakat? Okay, we just talked about there's one type of nisab that means you have to give it, right? You have to give zakat. Now, what's the other type of nisab? It prevents you from blank zakat. Accepting. Okay, so two types of nisab. Again, I'm going to ask you. Nisab, which is the threshold that, what? You have to pay zakat, it mandates zakat. Okay, good. And then the other nisab is the threshold which what? Prevents? Okay, good. So the Arabic is nisab wujub al-zakat is the one that mandates it, and nisab hirman al-zakat is the one that Hirman al-zakat is the one that stops you from accepting zakat. Okay, cool. What are the two nisab amounts? Oh, no, what I mean is like what are the standards? Okay, good. Okay, now, okay, cool. All right. Okay. So now let's say this is how do we calculate our eligibility of zakat? It's when the net zakatable assets reach what? What's it called? Just say the word. Bruh, we just talked about it. It's one. Yes, exactly. So net zakatable assets reach nisab. What happens when they reach the nisab? What's established? Okay, but like what specifically is established? Good. Yes, your zakat date is established. Good. Okay. What's it called? What about during the Islamic year? What if it increases or decreases throughout the year? What's it called? Is that counted? Exactly. So basically, what does that mean? Only what matters? Exactly. Only the year-end value is considered. The increases and decreases are disregarded. Okay, good. Now, if net zakatul assets meet or exceed the nisab on zakat anniversary, what does that mean? What happens? Just if your net zakatul assets meet or exceed the nisab on the zakat anniversary, what do you have to do? Meet or exceed. Exactly. So what does that mean? That means it's if you have to pay it, what does that mean? That means it's what? It's what on you? Yeah, it's obligated on you, right? So if it meets or exceeds the nisab, then zakat is obligated. Okay? And then what happens? What makes the zakat year invalidated? The zakat year, like, let's say your zakat year started. What makes it invalidated? Like that you don't have to give zakat anymore. Yeah, basically, that, and also if zakatul assets reach what number? It's the lowest number. Bruh, 0. Oh my god. Yeah, what did you say? Yeah, clearly. Okay. So yeah, that's good. If net zakatul assets are greater than nisab, zakat is due. Process repeats until you have either less than nisab on your zakat anniversary, or you go totally bankrupt. Okay, good. Now we're almost done. Okay, so we went over all this stuff already. Okay, now let's go over the categories. Who are the 8 eligible recipients of zakat? Let's start with number 1, the easiest one. Okay, but we have to specify that. Like, there's two types of needy people. We'll start with that. What does poor mean, though? Explain that more. Yeah, below what? Below nisab. Okay, that's number one. That's al-fuqara. Okay, that's number one. Okay, now what's the other category that is also related to that? What does that mean? What makes them different from people below the nisab? No. So al-fuqara is one with wealth below the nisab. Al-masakin is one without any wealth. They're completely poor. They don't have anything. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, me, like I'm not masakin because I have money, but I don't really have money over the nisab like that, right? That kind of thing. Okay, so الفقراء والمساكين. What's عاملين عليها? Do you remember what that is? We talked about it a lot. What is عاملين عليها? Remember, he was really mad about these people. These are people who are appointed to do what? You're missing one word. Hand out and distribute is right, but there's one thing that they do before handing it out. What do they have to do? Like, in order to hand it out, they have to what? They have to first? Bro. How did they get the zakat? Okay, so that means they have to do what? How did they get it from the people? That's what I'm asking. Okay, exactly. So Amirina alayha is those people that are appointed to do what? To collect the zakat. Exactly. Okay. وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ. Okay. So let's say that there's a new Muslim, and yeah, there's a new Muslim. They just became Muslim. Okay, whatever. I don't know how to explain this, but there's a new Muslim. They just became Muslim. You can give them zakat to do what? Like, why can you give them zakat? Yeah, if there's someone that's like a new Muslim, right? They just became Muslim. Why are they one of the categories that you can give them zakat? Like, but why are they deserving? What's the point? Like, what's the goal behind giving them that zakat? Do you know what a qalb is? Qulubuhum? It's heart. So, bruh, it's reconciling hearts. So, we talked about it in class. Basically, from my understanding, reconciling hearts is if someone becomes Muslim and you just want them to have a positive association with Islam, they maybe are in some type of need or anything like that, or just you kind of like put a good feeling of Islam in their heart, you can give them zakat. So that's what that means. Okay. Al-riqab. So al-riqab is basically a slave. But what's the slave doing? It's not. Okay, working towards what? What are they working for? Freedom, exactly. So that's al-riqab. They are deserving. They are eligible for zakat. Okay. What about al-gharimin? What's it called? I'm not even gonna explain that one. But basically, al-gharimin is if someone's zakat deductions exceed their assets. So remember we learned about zakat deductions. Actually, I can't even remember what zakat deductions are right now. Do you remember? Yeah, what are zakat deductions? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, that's what it is, right? That you what? Yeah, that's a deduction, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I kind of forgot. But yeah, okay, so yeah. Once zakat deductions exceed their assets, they're eligible to get zakat as well. Okay. Fi sabilillah. I think that means when zakat deductions exceed one's assets. I think that means that, like, the amount of money that they have to deduct. I think, for example, like your bills, like your house payment or like your car payment, different things like that. Those are all deductions because that's not part of your zakat. So that's not part of your assets, right? So if that amount, let's say you have to pay 5,000 on, bills and everything, right? I think what that means is that if your bills and stuff, what's it called, are more than your actual assets, then you don't have to, then you can receive zakat. Does that make sense? So like, let's say someone's living in a house that they're having trouble affording. What's it called? So their deductions, their bills and everything, that it's more than they have. It's more than they can afford. Does that make sense? Does that actually make sense? You hear me? Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Go ahead, explain it. What are you saying? Their own money. Like it's like they're living like check to check or whatever, like that kind of thing. That's my understanding of it, at least. That's what I understand, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, what about fi sabilillah? This one's easy. What's this category? Fi sabilillah. This one's easy. What does sabilillah mean? Fi sabilillah, what does that mean? Bro. You don't know what fi sabilillah means, bro? In the path of Allah. Like you never heard people say, "Oh, give fi sabilillah in the path of Allah." Like, okay, so yeah, fi sabilillah. That's the seventh category. It's someone that's in the path of Allah, and then wabin is-sabil. What's it called? This is the last category. So, if you're traveling, this category applies. So what happens? What's the situation where this would happen? Let's say you're traveling, and this happens to you. That means you're eligible to receive zakat. Do you remember that or no? Yes, exactly. Like it's someone that doesn't have what? They don't have blank to their wealth. Yes, exactly. Travelers without access to one's wealth. Okay, perfect. So 8 categories one more time. Al-fuqara is the one with wealth below the nisab. Al-masakin is the one without any what? Any money at all. Good. Al-amilina alayha is those people who are appointed to do what? Yeah, but before they distribute it, what do they have to do? Collect it. Exactly, that's the main thing. The main thing is that they're appointed to collect it. Okay? Al-mu'allafati qulubuhum. What's it called? What's this category about? Reconciling hearts. That's I'm telling you, that's what it is. Reconciling hearts. That's the category. Yeah, like people just became Muslim, and you're just like trying to make them feel good about Islam. Okay. What about ar-riqab? It's a slave. Okay, good. And then al-gharimin, what do we talk about? It's about the deductions. What has to happen for them to be part of this group? Yeah, so there's zakat, but explain to me in like simple, like 5 words. There's zakat deductions blank. They're what? Exceed their, not their zakat amount, exceed their assets. Exactly. So when zakat deductions exceed their assets. Okay? Fi sabilillah, this is the easiest one. Yes, okay. And then wabin as-sabil, it's also another easy one. Travelers. Exactly. Okay, good. So those are all of the eligible recipients. Okay, what about the ineligible recipients? So the people who cannot receive zakat. Number 1. It's super easy. Come on. Yes. So, but specify, because there's like 3 categories with families here. So specify. Okay, that's exactly. Those are two categories right there. Descendants and ascendants. What is a descendants? No, ascendants are parents and grandparents. Descendants are and your grandchildren, right? So ascendants and descendants, okay, they're ineligible. All right, what else? There's one more family group you're missing, or yeah. No. It's like a really close person to you. Well, not to you, but eventually. Bruh. How the heck are you gonna get a brother-in-law? What do you need first? I'm asking you, what do you need first? A brother-in-law is your blank's brother. Yes, it's your spouse. So those are the 3 family groups that you cannot give zakat to. Yeah, spouses, ascendants, and descendants. Okay, good. And what else? Now these 2 are very, very easy. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. And one more that's super obvious, very obvious. Exactly, perfect. So we got possessor of nisab, non-Muslims, spouses, ascendants, and descendants. Okay, cool. Now, the next one, I'll give you a hint, it's related to the Prophet ﷺ. These people cannot receive zakat. What's that group called? They're related to the Prophet ﷺ. Banu Hashim or the Sayyids, like people that are part of the lineage of the Prophet ﷺ, they're not allowed to receive zakat. Okay, I don't remember why, but they're just not allowed. Okay, and then okay, what about okay, this category? Think about people who, like, they're not even making money, like they're stuck. Like, what are these people called? Exactly. Think about it. What kind of people are like that in society? They're literally like they can't get out, bruh. Exactly. What is that called? Oh my god, retarded. Prisoners. I know, but you're freaking retarded. Like, just say the. I said, okay, what does people in jail mean? Jail people? You freaking retarded. Okay. What about, what's it called? Okay. Another ineligible recipient of zakat. I'm just gonna say it. It's public work projects. So that means masjids can't take zakat, orphanages can't take zakat, schools can't take zakat, and construction cannot take zakat. Does that make sense? Okay. Good. So public work projects, and the last one is, this is one that he was really mad about because, yes, exactly. It's called organizational overhead cost. Okay. So we got all of those. The recommended recipients are people that are pious, religiously educated, they have wisdom, they're concealing of their circumstance, hardship, family, locality, giving zakat to organizations. Okay, cool. Alright, we're almost done. The only other thing that we have to, what's it called, look at is... Okay, think about this. What are some of the zakat assets that are cash? Like what? There's like six that we talked about. Cash. Okay, that does not count as cash. What? No. I'm asking, what are the types of cash that are considered as zakat assets? Okay, number one, deposited cash. Number two, is cash on hand. Number three is joint accounts. If you have an account with your, wife. Number four, when you go to another country, is that cash also zakat assets? I said, foreign currency. That's also a zakat asset. What about PayPal, Venmo, Cash App? Is that count as cash? Okay, good. And what about like a Visa gift card? Okay, good. So those are the what's it called? Cash assets. Okay. What about oh, what the hell? I wonder if we need to know this. I think we probably do. Okay, look. So zakat assets. There's two types of debt. Blank debt and blank debt. They're opposites of each other. We talked about it. Do you remember? Well, So there's weak debt and strong debt. That's what I was trying to get at. So yeah, weak debt and strong debt. Okay. So what is weak debt? Mm, no. So weak debt is when you're not exchanging anything. So like it's wages to be received. It's like if you're a landlord, you're waiting to get rent from your tenant. If you're a woman and you're waiting for your mahr, that's also weak debt. And also if you're waiting to receive share of the family inheritance. Okay, now what's strong debt? Not debt that you owe someone. Okay, debt someone. So debt arising from forwarding loans or outstanding invoices. There's two types of strong debt. One of them is no. This is what you were talking about. One of them is what? Well, okay, no. The one that you said first. What's it called? So there's two types of strong debt. One is acknowledged, and the other one is. Okay, exactly. So, acknowledged debt is what? Oh, no, I'm saying like explain to me what is acknowledged debt. Exactly. Perfect. Okay, what is unacknowledged? Yeah, you're probably not gonna get it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. Okay. Now, what about short-term debt and long-term debt? That's another thing we have to think about. So, yeah? Exactly. Okay, good. So, when you're deducting during the zakat deduction, how does it work with short-term debt? When you're doing a zakat deduction, how does it work with short-term debt? Yeah, like zakat deduction with short-term debt. So the total amount of debt is deducted from zakatable assets. Okay, and then long-term debt, what's it called? Yeah, you don't deduct it. Yeah, you're not adding anything. Yeah, exactly. Debts. So long-term debt is debts which do not have to be paid in the next 12 months. But if you're paying in installments, if you're paying in monthly, then it's deductible. Okay, so what's it called? That is basically bills and stuff like that. Credit card. It's like loans. I'm telling you right now. Well, it's off your assets. So, let's say basically, because like for example, let's say that you have let's say at the end of the month you have $5,000. but 3,000 of that goes to bills. Obviously, that's going to be deducted from your zakat, because that's, you know, like that, you don't have to worry about that, because that's necessity. Per items purchased on credit as well, same thing. Personal loans, 1 year house payments and 1 year car payments, those kind of things. Okay. What's the zakat formula? Yes, exactly. So zakatable assets minus zakat deductions equals net zakatable assets. If yes, exactly. So, but it's called, so zakatable assets minus zakat deductions. That is your net zakatable assets. Net zakatable assets. Remember that. Net means it's like, you know, the final amount. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, if your net zakatable assets are equal to or over the nisab, what does that mean? Exactly. Now, if your net zakatable assets are lower than the nisab, what does that mean? And what is the amount that is calculated as what percentage? 2.5%. Good. So you do zakatable assets minus zakat deductions, and it equals your net zakatable assets. Then how do you calculate that? What do you do with the 2.5%? Do you add it? Do you subtract it? Do you multiply it? Divide it? What do you do? Yeah, you multiply. Yeah, so you multiply your net zakatable assets by 2.5%, and you get the total zakat due. Okay, now, what is the zakat anniversary date? Exactly, when you reach the nisab. Good job. Okay, okay. Is it okay to delay zakat? So, zakat is calculated on the zakat anniversary based on the value of the assets, and it should be paid without like undue delay. Like it shouldn't be paid a year later. I think so. It doesn't say that. I just don't remember. I'm not sure. Okay, but the Shafi say that you cannot delay at all. Yeah, Shafi say that, but Hanafi say that it should be paid without delay. Ideally, I think. Okay, now what about prepaying? Can Hanafis prepay zakat or no? And Malikis, they cannot. Okay, what about back paying zakat? Do you have to or do you not have to? You have to. Yeah, exactly. You have to pay your past zakat. Okay, good. Can you pay zakat for someone else? Yeah, unless what? No. You have to get their permission. Exactly. So intention is required at the time of giving zakat, or when giving it to the like representative, or when separating the funds. So paying on behalf of others is permissible, with their permission. Okay, good. Now, let's see. Does a husband or a father have to pay zakat for their family members? Okay, good. Do you have to be working to pay zakat? No. You don't have to be working to pay zakat. Is zakat only paid during Ramadan? Yeah, exactly. It's not only paid during Ramadan. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do a little bit of practice. Okay, Nasser has $3,000 in his bank account. He has a house worth $100,000, and he has a car worth $10,000. Okay, so he has $3,000 in his bank account, $100,000 house, $10,000 car. Make sense? Then Nisab is $5,000. Does he need to pay zakat? Why not? Okay. And what's it called? Can he accept zakat? I'm actually forgetting. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to look at that. Okay. Another question. Nisab is $5,000. Zayd has $3,000 in his bank account. He has $100,000 house, and he also has a vacation home that's $50,000. Does he need to pay zakat? Okay, how much does he need to pay zakat? Okay, so 50,000 plus 3,000 is? Okay, 53,000. So the nisab is 5,000. So how much does he need to pay now? Well, let me see. I actually want to check my answers. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Wait, what? I'm trying to calculate this. I want to see. Alright, whatever. It's not working right now. Okay, cool. Alright, that's fine. Let's look over. What's it called? The fiqh of Salah. Okay, what's it called? What does Sunnah Muakkada mean? Yeah, exactly. Okay. What about makruh? What are the two types of makruh? Uh-huh. Yes, exactly. The names, do you remember the names or no? Makruh, tan, yeah, 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 tanzihi and tahrimi. Good. Very good. Let's see what else we got. Okay. What is tahara? What is the literal meaning first? Bro, there's no way. This is literally the name of the class, bro. Yeah, like cleanliness, basically. And what's the technical meaning? What does it mean to be in a state of tahara? You have to remove what? Any what? Filth. From what? What else? Yeah, clothes, what else? Your body. And what else? Place of prayer. Okay. And then also, tahara, when you're in a state of tahara, you're removing the state of... When you're in a state of tahara, you're removing a state of... Yeah, ritual impurity, yeah. Good. Okay. What are the types of water? What is, yeah, go ahead. Types of water? Well, so it's called unconditioned water. Yeah. 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 Period one. So what's it called? So purity is acquired through unconditioned water. What's it called? Give me one example of unconditioned water. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Okay. Is it unconditioned water is pure and it's also purifying. Good. If it loses its natural characteristics or something overpowers it, it becomes conditioned. So it's no longer what? Exactly. Good. Good job. And if something that's completely impure mixes with it, it's what? Exactly. Okay, good. Perfect. That was perfect. Alright. That's lesson 1. Let's see. Okay. What is some of the virtues of wudu? Like what happens, what's something good that happens when you make wudu? Exactly. Good. Okay. What's the reason that we make wudu? What are the three things that we have to make wudu for? So specifically, what are the actions that we have to do? Like, why do we make wudu? Like, we make wudu to do these things. To do what with the Quran? What did you say? To read. Yeah. Okay, you're missing one. What about when you're doing sajda tilawa? Do you have to have wudu or no? Yeah, you do. So that's the other one. Okay, good. Okay, what are the conditions for the validity of wudu? Bruh. It's not fancy, bruh. Yes, exactly. Like, I don't understand what, like, it's literally, you know what valid means, and you're like, oh, I don't know what validity is. The conditions are that the purifying water has to I'm asking you. It has to completely blank the skin. Yeah, it has to completely, like, encompass the skin. Okay, what about if you have a watch on, do you have to take it off? Okay, and what about, wait, why do you have to take it off? Exactly, the water has to touch the skin. Okay, and if you fart during wudu, do you break your wudu? You have to do wudu again? Okay, good. Okay, what are the fard actions of wudu? Uh-huh. From where? Uh-huh, like hairline? Hairline? Okay, wait, what's the third one? Uh-huh. You're missing one. What's right before your feet? Bro, what do you do before doing wudu with your feet? You have to wipe a fourth of your head. Yeah, yeah, also, when you're washing your face, you go from hairline to the chin, and you also go from which side to which side? Like, what's the indication? How do you know you went far enough? Exactly, good. Yeah. What were you asking just now? Okay. Okay, that's good. What else we got? Let's see. Okay. What are the three fard actions of ghusl? Ghusl. Perfect. Okay. When is ghusl not required? Yeah, what are the two liquids that that come out? Do you remember? White stuff. What What do you mean? What do you mean by that? So, ghusl is not required when there's madi, which is pre-cum, and when there's wadi, which is like any white fluid before or after urination. Okay, so okay, what if you wake up after seeing a wet dream and you don't find any wetness? Do you have to make ghusl? What if you insert a finger into the female private part? Do you have to make ghusl? What? Okay, what if you have intercourse with an animal without jizzing? Do you have to make ghusl? But you didn't jizz. It literally says it in the slide, bro. I'm literally reading the slides. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, what is tayammum? Yeah, it's dry wudu. Dry wudu. Okay. What are valid excuses for tayammum? Think about what are some of them? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Per 1.16. Yeah, make sure you don't say 1.6. Okay. What else? Extreme cold, sickness, wounds, yeah, exactly. Fear of enemy or wild beast around the water, and fear of missing. Okay, so this is good. Fear of missing which prayers? Which of these two prayers are valid excuses for tayammum? No. Eid prayer and janazah. So if you fear of missing Eid and janazah prayer, then you can do it. Okay, what about for wiping on khufs? Yeah, what's the condition that you have to meet in order to wipe? Yeah, 3.4. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, and they have to be water resistant. And they have to be worn in a state of purity. Yeah, exactly. And if it does not meet the conditions, then you can't. Well, you can have them on, but you can't do what? Yeah, you can't wipe over them. How do you wipe it? Okay, yeah, and it's done on the top or the bottom. Okay, good. Is it done on the bottom too or no? Yeah, only the top. Okay, what's it called? What's the time period? What's it called? If you're not traveling, how long can you wipe over? If you're not traveling. And if you're traveling? Okay. Oh, you're right, 72. Okay. What about, okay. What about, What about wiping over a cast? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Good. And if half or more of the limbs that are supposed to be washed or injured, then what do? If half or more of the limbs that you're supposed to wash are injured, what are you supposed to do then? Exactly. And if less then you just... Okay, good. Okay, so what are the excusable amounts of filth? Okay, good. Okay. So heavy and light filth. Okay, now this is important because I'm like 100% sure these are going to be questions. What are some examples of heavy filth? Okay. Uh-huh. Good. What else is heavy? Perfect. 3 more. Oh. Yeah, you already said that. What about urine? Yeah, urine of what though? Like, yeah, of what animals? Is it permissible or impermissible? Yeah, urine of impermissible animals, that's heavy. Okay, what about like a drink? What's a drink that's heavy? Exactly, intoxicating drinks. Okay, what about if you get like a really bad cut or something? That's heavy, yeah. Because it's spilled blood. Spilled blood is heavy. Now, one more thing is you're missing. This is the most obvious one. Heavy. Yes, exactly. Sexual fluid. Sexual fluid specifically. So it's the actual jizz, it's nut. Okay. Now light filth. There's 3 light filth. Urine of. And then urine of what else? And urine of what else? So urine of horse, urine of permissible animals, and droppings of. No, you're right. Yeah, impermissible. Exactly. That's light. Okay, good. Yeah, good. Okay. If you can't see the filth, then what do you do to clean it? How many times? Good. Okay, what about if you can see it after it's dried? What are you supposed to do? Okay, good. Yeah, you're supposed to just remove it, basically. Okay, alright, istinja. What is istinja? Okay, good. What is, what is it called when you milk the wiener? What's it called? to make sure that there's no extra P. You remember the Arabic term? It's similar to istinja. Yeah, istibra, exactly. Do you have to make istinja after farting? If filth doesn't move beyond, if filth doesn't move beyond the butthole, istinja is what? Is it fard? Is it sunnah? What is it? Sunnah muakkada, exactly. But if filth goes beyond it, yeah. Okay, what are the steps of istinja? For men, you gotta do what? Huh? I said, what are the steps of istinja? For men, you gotta do what first? What's the thing that we just said? Okay, yeah. But what's the thing that we said? The Arabic word? Istibra. Good. That's the first thing. Number 2, we have to use anything that is pure. It removes filth, and we have to make sure it's not. We have to make sure it's not what? Yeah, and we have to make sure that it's not something that's valuable. And then number 3, you wipe forwards and backwards till you clean. Number 4, you do it 3 times. And number 5, you wash the interior of the area until all filth is removed with certainty. Okay. Then lesson 5. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to sleep after this. You don't have to, we just studied, bro. Oh, you're retarded. Okay, what's the definition of haid? Yeah, menstruation is blood of any color that exits the uterus of a woman. Okay, what are some of the things that a menstruating woman cannot do? Can they, what's it called? Yeah, just think, what are some of the things they can't do? Uh-huh. Yes, they can't enter the masjid. There's one more thing that they can't do with their wife. What is it? Yeah. Okay, good. Probably. She's going to the 8:30 class. I forgot what I was saying. I fell asleep. Okay. If bleeding only stops after 10 complete days, what can you... Okay, I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I'm tired. I sound like... Oh my god, I'm so tired. We can just, I'm gonna study in the car while I'm driving.